Kia ora whānau. Look, I'm actually eating food. I thought I'd make a video that didn't have beer in it this time because you probably just think that all I do is drink piss all day long, but I don't. So yeah, I'm actually eating food. But the point of this video is I'm going to try and make a video on how I actually set the car up to sleep, because lots of people have been asking for it, and a few people have actually been getting quite shitty that I haven't made it so far, which is pretty funny. Anyway, do you like my hat? Cool, eh? Thought I'd put a bit of colour into the video instead of just wearing black all the time like all Kiwis that live in Melbourne wear. Yeah, I'm just going to eat my food. Oh, the hat came from Bali. My favourite human in the entire world brought it back for me. So thank you for the hat. Isn't it cool? It's got pineapples on it. I'm going to eat this food like I was saying, and then I'm going to probably go for a walk and have a bit of a chat. No, I'm not, because I'm doing an in-car video. I'm not going to go for a walk. I'm going to show you the inside of the car. What am I talking about? Okay, bye. I just tried to film down the park, but there's too many people around, people walking their dogs, and cyclists and joggers and picnickers and stuff like that. And it's really hard to film this sort of thing when there's heaps of people around. So I've just come to like a little quiet back street in a little industrial area quite near where I sort of camp. And it's pretty quiet. There's rarely any people here, but it's pretty funny that the one time I come down to film something and get a little bit of privacy, there's a dude just up here he just pulled his car up literally 2 seconds ago, and he's just going through the bins. They're like industrial bins, so I don't know what he's kind of looking for. Out the back of Bunnings, maybe? No, that's not Bunnings. What is that? I don't know, but I don't know what he's looking for. But anyway, yeah, he's like looking down here, and I think he just saw me. I'm gonna try and film this, but bear with me. Like, it's a really small space, and I don't know how to film it, but I'll do my best. Just like talk through like how I get, like where I go, how I get set up, what I do, where I put everything, how I get comfy, like do I get comfy, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it might be a long video. Might not be a long video, I don't know, but yeah, like if you're interested, hang around and I'll try and cover everything. And if I don't cover everything, because it's just I'm making this on the fly, it's not scripted or anything, like chuck a question down in the comments, and I try to read everything. I try to reply to the important ones. So yeah, if you are curious, and a few people are curious, just like chuck a comment down there and I'll try and reply. All right, here we go. So basically my front seat is where I store everything at night, and my back seat, which is where I sleep, that's got all my stuff on it. It's got my gym bag, my shoes, the battery pack, couple of bags of clothes, and stuff, and then like I move all that stuff from there into the front, and then the back is clear. Then it should just have my sleeping bag and my pillow on it. And I kind of like I tip this seat forwards so that it gives me a little bit of extra leg space in the back there, and I'll kind of show you, because I'll set it all up. I'll get it set all up, and I'll kind of show you what this space is like. But yeah, basically in the front I've just got a couple of things hanging up there. There's like a first aid kit, and then I've just got like a little like pouch hanging there that's got like a fork and a spoon on it, which I kind of eat my lunch with. That's like a little flex tail fan, which I use to pump up the mattress with sometimes. And then I've got a little 12-volt fan, and that's actually really handy. That just kind of like moves around like that, and I can point it at the back, and it plugs into my little jump starter pack, like if the battery ever dies on my car. But it's also got USB plugs in it, so I plug the fan into that, and then that has been a lifesaver. So yeah, also if it's hot, I have these. My favorite human got me these as well. They're just like little mesh covers that go over the back door windows, and then I can have the windows kind of cracked down, and the mesh stops bugs from coming in but lets a breeze go through. So on really hot nights I can have a bit of breeze flowing through, plus the fan, and it's warm, but it just, having those two things together makes it a bit more bearable. So what else? So I've also, you'll see them better when I get them set up, but I've kind of cut out these, it's kind of like cardboard, but not. I got it from Officeworks. I cut them out to be the shape of the window, and then there's a little bit of Velcro there and a little bit of Velcro there, 2 bits of Velcro on the back of those, and I've got one for each window, and then I just cover that window, and I cover that window. The back window stays uncovered, that window stays uncovered, my driver's window stays uncovered, and then I just put like a sun visor reflector thingy on the windscreen, and that seems to work to give me enough privacy. I didn't want to put a cover on the front side windows because as much as it would be better sleeping in a darker car, I also kind of, for safety, want to be able to see out of the windows if I hear a noise, so I don't want the car completely covered. The downside to that is that if someone comes up to the car and looks in the window, they can probably see me, but no one's ever done that yet. I don't think anyway, not while I've been sort of awake. And the other downside is that any street lights they just come in the window, so I normally just put my arm over my eyes or put a t-shirt over my head or something, and that kind of gives me a bit of darkness. But so what I'll do, I'll get everything moved into the front, and I'll get the window covers on, and I'll get the sun screen up, and then I'll hop in the back, and I'll just talk about the sleeping space. Cool, under 5 minutes. All right, okay, everything's on the front seat. Seats tipped forward a little bit. Sunshade's ready to go. The back seat is pretty much empty, just my sleeping bag and my pillow, and then I've got a blow-up mattress on the bottom, which I got from Kmart for 45 bucks. The window shades are up, and there's that one there, makes it a little bit darker in the back. Couple of little bags of bits and pieces. That's like a toiletry bag, got my contact lens stuff and my toothpaste. That there has got all like camping torches and lights and battery chargers and stuff, and then everything's just kind of piled up there, which is fine. Interestingly, the most annoying part about this whole setup is actually my steering lock. My mechanic told me that my model of car is one of the easiest to steal, so I got a steering lock and I use it pretty much every day. But it's actually a pain in the ass because stuff gets caught in it all the time. Like I'll be moving bags around and I'll catch on the hook, and then I'm trying to pull stuff from the back seat to the front, and it's just like everything's hooked up and dragging around, and it might not seem like a big deal, but when everything's already a little bit challenging in a small space, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So I tend to get set up like this before I head to my park up, except for the sunshades, because I need to be able to see out the windows. So I kind of get to my park up just after sunset when it's a bit dark, and I'm less likely to be noticed, and then I put my screens up, the sunshade up, and then I just watch a little bit of YouTube. I've got like a little magnet thing here which my phone sticks to, and then I can put my driver's seat back and lean back and have the cinema experience, and it's not too bad. Just zone out to a couple of movies or whatever, and then just kind of do like this little shuffle on here, put my butt on that, and then just kind of leverage myself into the back. And then I kind of like wedge a bunch of clothes down there so that it makes it like a little platform, and you'll see when I hop in the back that that's actually where my legs go, and then my feet kind of rest on here, and it looks goofy, but it actually kind of works. So I'm going to jump in the back and I'll show you. All right, so this is how it looks from the back. It's really ridiculous, I know, but it kind of works. And then I can kind of lie down and stretch out like this. You wouldn't think you could lie down in the back of a dual cab ute, but I actually can. It's not too bad. Like, I spent quite a bit of time doing a bit of research onto how I could make this happen before it actually happened, and I made it work. All right, there we go, sunshade's up. It's not too bad, just lets a little bit of light in there, a little bit of light in there and whatever, but it's not too bad. Mate, I'm sweating after that. it's really warm and muggy, and I just climbed into the back seat and back again like half a dozen times just trying to film that, because a man came past walking his dogs, and then there's been loads of cars and stuff, and I knew it would happen. I knew it wouldn't be a quiet street like what it normally is when I'm trying to film something, but that's fine. So what, the old mind went a little bit blank there, but basically before I actually started sleeping in the car in October, I had, because I spent a little bit of time back in New Zealand, just looking after Dad's place while he was away before I came back to Melbourne, started doing the car camping thing. But while I was there, I kind of thought, well, I'm probably going to have to sleep in my car for a little bit. How am I going to make it work? Am I going to be able to make it work? Like, is it possible to sleep in the back of a dual cab ute? Because they're bloody tiny. It's not a van, it's not a station wagon. You can't like lay you can't lay out long ways fully. I was like, how on earth am I going to do this in the back seat? So I basically found out the measurements of my back seat. It's 1200 wide across the back from door handle to door handle, and the width doesn't matter. I think it's like 300 or 400 wide, but that's fine. So I kind of measured that out on the floor. I put two sticks 1200 apart and then lay down scrunched up between them. I was like, I can't sleep like this. I've got to figure out how I can at least stretch my legs out at night, because that's going to be a bloody nightmare. So I figured out that if I put the front seat, if I slide it halfway forwards and then tip the headrest forwards as far as it'll go, that then opens up the back a little bit more so that I can kind of lie at an angle, and it's actually worked out quite well. Like, if I lay on my back and I fully stretch out, I'm kind of like, I'm not fully straight. I'm kind of like at a slight kink at my hips, so it's not very comfortable. But I'm a side sleeper, so I lie on my side, and I can lie on my side and I can stretch my legs out, and it's actually fine as long as it's relatively dark, and I'm not disturbed by the road noise. I put earplugs in. I can have a decent night's sleep, and the mattress on the back, $40 from Kmart. It's pretty comfy. It's not that bad. I've slept in worse places. Trust me, I have slept in some places over the years. But yes, it's not too bad. It's not ideal, and I definitely don't want to do it forever. But for the meantime, it's not that bad. So then when I wake up in the morning, I kind of do everything in reverse. I kind of the first thing I do is I sit up and I have a look out the front windows just to see if anyone's parked near me in the middle of the night, or like what's going on outside, just to get an idea of stuff like that. And then I kind of like, if everything's cool, I just slide into the front seat, pull the back window things off first, slide into the front seat, move everything that I need to from the front, put it onto the back, get my toiletries bag ready to like brush teeth and put my contacts in and stuff like that. And then like once all of the inside is sorted out, I'll take the windscreen shade off. And then I can have a better look at what's going on out there. And like the last couple of days, there's been a guy who parks his car quite close to me, and I have no idea what he's doing. I think he's getting ready for work, but he spends, and it doesn't bother me, but it's just me being observational. Like, I'm not scared of him or anything like that. Like, he spends half an hour, and this is in the dark, just walking around rubbing his hand over his car. And at first I thought maybe he was polishing it before he goes to work, but he doesn't have anything in his hand. He's just like, and he does it for half an hour, goes over the whole thing. He lifts his boot up, cleans inside that with his hand, shuts the boot, hops back in his car, gets out, does it all again, and then like he gets changed in his car, and then he drives off. So I don't know what he's doing, but I see a lot of odd stuff, and people see me doing my odd stuff as well, so it's fun. I can't remember what else I was going to talk about, but I think that covers it. I'm going to watch it all back and just see if it all makes sense, and if it does, maybe I'll chuck it up. If it doesn't, I'll probably chuck it up as well. It's starting to get dark, so I need to go and brush my teeth somewhere. and then just chill out for a little bit. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Any questions, stick them down below, man. And again, thanks for the support. And if you're not supportive, also thank you. I appreciate all of you. And I'll probably post some more nonsense again another time. I don't, like I said to Merlene last night, who told me that that sitting in my car feeling sorry for myself was not going to cut it with viewers, and that I need to get active and show everyone how I sleep and how I cook and all that. So I've just kind of shown you how I sleep, so I hope you're happy, Merlene. Thanks for the comment, I appreciate it. I hope you have a nice day. Yeah, and I'll talk to you again soon.